Hey guys, it's Bree. Welcome back to #BSB. Now I know I'm wearing the same attire that I had in my last video. That's perfectly fine. I decided to kill two birds with one stone and just continue recording the next video after I did my last one. In the last video, I talked about my experience at Columbia's Spotlight on Quib event, and toward the end of the video I highlighted two red flags that came up. So in this video I will be breaking down category by category what I look for in a business school, and hopefully you can use these tips to create your business school list. So let's jump right in. Before I break down the categories that I take into consideration, I want to explain why I think it's important to have a preference on your particular type of school. There are hundreds of business schools around the world. There's more than 100 in the US, so just imagine how many there are globally. If you don't have a preference, you'll find yourself applying to a boatload of schools and burning yourself out. One application is stressful enough. Now to have to really just throw money away, throw time away to applying to a bunch of schools that at the end of the day you might not even be interested in is just a complete waste. That's not something you want to do. You definitely want to go into application season with a set list of schools that you visited that has the certain criteria that you are looking for in a business school. You want to have that solidified before you start tackling applications. Now on to the different categories that I use to put my list together. One thing that's super important for me is program size. Now I'm going to use two analogies in order to really explain this. So we have our Harvards and we have our Yales. Now I use these two examples because Harvard has over 900 students per class. Yale, on the other hand, has about 400. I came from NJIT, which was particularly a small school, and when it was time for me to decide which undergrad I wanted to go to, I was torn between NJIT, which is a small school, and Rutgers, which is a state school and is gigantic. Kind of like Harvard. So the determining factor honestly came up to financial aid, but because of I'm like a real introverted person, it was actually great that I went to NJIT because I wasn't overwhelmed. The campus was not that large. I could walk from one end of the campus to the next in like 10 minutes. I didn't have to take a shuttle bus to class or any nonsense like that. So it worked out. Going to a smaller school worked out for me in undergrad. For business school, I honestly will likely follow suit with going to a small to a medium-sized school. I definitely do not want to go to a school where there's 900 other people in my class. All of us are going to be utilizing the same professors and going to the same career development services, so I don't want to just be a number. At NJIT, I was not a number. Everyone knows my name. At work, I am not just an employee. Tons of people know my name. So when I go to business school, I want to have that same bond with the different departments, my professors, my peers. I want to have a name, have my own identity. I don't just want to be student number 265 or whatever my ID number will be. The next thing that's important for me is community and culture. Couple red flags from my visit from Columbia is I didn't see a lot of people that looked like me. Honestly, I think I only saw one person that was a part of the host organization for the event, and that made me feel a little uncomfortable because the rest of the people that looked like me were in the same seat as me. They were prospective students. Oh, and I also can't forget that the professor that did the mock class was also of similar color. So there wasn't a great presence of people of underrepresented minorities on the opposite end where I'm trying to be at Columbia. Also within the culture of the school, I need to know ahead of time whether or not or how supportive the student body is of student-led initiatives or projects or organizations and companies that the entrepreneurial students are looking to build. Because with my organization, No More Rounds, when I decide to relaunch this or take it to business school with me, I'm definitely going to need a handful of people that are by my side. Well, not by my side, but willing to help, because I'm going to need volunteers to come out with me into the community and really hit the ground running so that I can launch a No More Rounds chapter or community group in whatever community that I'm looking to serve while at business school. Next would be extracurricular activities. Intramural sports is always good because I need to stay fit. And also 2 organizations that I look for when I visit schools is Net Impact, which caters to social impact, and also nonprofit board fellows. With nonprofit board fellows, it's more so of a consulting organization. So current MBA students, they pair up with local nonprofits and sit on the board and resolve problems that are troubling those local nonprofits. Being on both ends of that will be very beneficial to me. One, because I've experienced it, so I'll have a special bond with the nonprofits going through particular issues, and also I'm looking to go into nonprofit consulting, so getting that experience before finishing business school will be great. If a school does not have that, I don't really consider them too much unless they have other types of nonprofit consulting projects or consulting projects where I could specifically work with a nonprofit. The alumni and student network is also something that's very important. Something I said in my last video is that most business schools have almost every business school has an expansive alumni network, which is great to tap into, because if things don't work out with my nonprofit, I have something, or with the consulting track, I have a network to fall back on to get me into the career of my dreams, or my next career with a minimum turnaround time. In relation to that, I also look into a school's career development services department just to see what opportunities or resources are available for me as a current student when I finally get into business school. One thing that's super important for me is like one-on-one coaching or advising. I don't particularly do well with like group advising, mainly because I'm a little on the shy side. Slowly beginning to prosper in group environments. But yeah, just having it as an option is great for me. On-campus recruiting and also off-campus recruiting, I look at that as well. Some schools that I've visited so far have told me that some like that nonprofit consulting isn't like really big on their campus, or just like social entrepreneurship also isn't like that big on their, or isn't really like that recognized on their campus. So in terms of recruiting, I'll have to seek those opportunities. Those opportunities will not just come on campus for me to recruit for. So whether or not I need to put in the extra legwork to get an internship opportunity is something I take into consideration when looking at business schools. Cost is also something that's very important. Granted, business school is expensive in general. Okay, let me backtrack. Cost and funding. So again, business school, very expensive. Funding wise, I need to know what opportunities or what financial opportunities are available to me, whether it's fellowships, merit-based, grants, whatever. I need to know what money is set aside for female applicants as well as minority applicants, because I do not plan on coming out of pocket 100% for my MBA. I'm looking to get a fellowship, I'm looking to get a grant of some sort. Like, I'm really not trying to spend a boatload on business school because I don't like being in debt. I don't like taking out loans. Also, program specialties are very important. You don't want to go to a business school that doesn't offer what you're looking for. When I look at business schools, I need to see that they have social impact or social enterprise. I need to see that they have marketing and brand management. I need to see that they have consulting. Whatever specialty you're looking to specialize in, you definitely want to make sure the school offers that. Also, another thing that's very important is academic approach. Some schools are strictly case-based. Harvard, case-based. University of Virginia, Darden Business School, case-based. I think for me, I would want case-based and experiential learning. Some schools just follow experiential learning, some schools just follow case-based, some schools look at both or utilize both methods. Those are typically the schools I'm looking at. Also, location is very important. It's not really, it's at the bottom of my list because I'm open to go anywhere in the US. I have considered going global, but then career-wise, I want to stay in the States, so it doesn't make sense for me to go abroad when, though many schools say they have a great alumni network in the US, I'd rather just stay in the US and get abroad experiences. So now that I've gone through all the criteria that I utilize to make my list, I want to hear from you. In the comment box below, share any criteria that you've used to create your list of target schools. And give any advice to my viewers who are looking to go to business school and are struggling putting their list together. We all want to hear from you. I want to jump back into my school visit segment and talk to you guys about my experience at Yale Business School with the Yale Spring Ahead event, which was put together by the Yale Women in Management Club. In the meantime, if you have any questions or comments, leave it in the comment box below. Remember, if you like to share what criteria you've used to put together your target school list, definitely share it below. Like this video, give it a thumbs up if you really liked it, and also subscribe to my channel. And when you subscribe, make sure you tap the little bell next to the subscribe button so you can get notifications when I upload a new video. Till next time, bye guys!